What's going down, baby? It's your boy MileHigh, tuning back in for another of those CannaPost Daily bangers. A cannabis podcast where we talk any and everything cannabis, from the business side to the products to having interviews with people within the industry. So yeah, just stay tuned. We got a lot of dope things coming. But today, man, we're just doing another update video. We're gonna just kind of update you guys on some of the recent posts that we've put up on our social medias. Go follow us on Facebook at CannaPost Daily, Instagram at CannaPost Daily, Twitter at CannaPost Daily, and YouTube at CannaPost Daily. And give us a nice little follow, subscribe, a like, all that good nonsense, you know what I'm saying? And let's build this beautiful cannabis community where it's nothing but transparency and beautiful amounts of information. You know what I'm saying? Abundance amounts of information. Getting ahead of myself. But anyways, let's jump into this, man. I'm gonna record my screen here on my computer so that you guys can get a view of what I'm talking about. It should pop up like here, like there, right there somewhere. But yeah, man, this first little article we're gonna talk about is the use of cannabis as a youngin. We've all done it, you know, and if you didn't, you tried it at some point in your life, and you know you've tried it. But a lot of us who are the average daily smoker, you know, majority of us tended to have started at a real young age. And there's always been that age-old question of, does cannabis have a lasting effect on your brain and the development of it if you started using it in younger ages when you're still developing? Well, there's kind of an answer to that, but it's like a very just like open-ended answer. Like there's a lot of like missing variables. There's a lot of unanswered questions that, you know, this answer kind of doesn't answer. So let me explain to you. Let's just get into it, and you'll understand. If you've been reading the screen, I kind of left it up so you can kind of start reading it. But the new study by Arizona State University shows that using cannabis as a youngin has no lasting effect on you and your development into your adult years. Basically, you can do one of two things with that. You can take that and just be like, yeah, I knew it, and walk away and just be content, and that answers all the questions you've ever had. Or you could be like the rest of us normal human beings. You know, when I say that, you know, there's really nothing normal about any of us, so just don't get offended. But the rest of us are gonna sit there and question, like, how did you get those answers? You know, what makes you say those things? And basically, they did a study. It started in the 80s, where they basically just did like a little study of cannabis use amongst 200 males, 200 boys. And 20 years later, they took CAT scans or MRIs of these brains, or these males' brains, to compare to the consumption use and to compare to non-user adult brains, to basically just see if there was like a very apparent, you know, disadvantage to using cannabis as a young adult. And basically they said they saw no like obvious, you know, signs of underdevelopment and stuff like that. So it was very interesting. But the thing about it is, they didn't take brain scans of any of these kids or these men when they were kids. They just did a study. So they're just kind of going off of what the kids were saying as far as their use, but they weren't actually like studying their brain, you know, scans and stuff like that then. And who knows, like, when these people stopped smoking within that 20-year, you know, time period. You know, they don't really list the type of consumption, whether it was all smoking, edibles, you know, combinations, doing concentrates, because concentrates were around back then. So yeah, don't think that they couldn't have been dabbing. You ever heard of the hot knife tech? I'm just saying the hot knife tech. When you put it on the stove, the hot knife gets all red, and you put the little dark. It used to look like just dark, just black stuff, and you just put it on there. Then you just like catch the smoke. That was a hot knife dab. Now it's just gotten fancy. You know what I mean? But yeah, like there's just still a lot of things. So I still think that you take that information with a grain of salt. You don't take that to heart. I feel like that's just kind of like a early look into what possibly can be confirmed with like real studies and real testing being done over that same time period, to really have definitive answers. But it was definitely kind of interesting to like read about and kind of see that there was like a study kind of being done, starting back in the 80s. So that was kind of cool. But we're going to continue to keep it pushing. Because that one, like I said, you just don't know. You just don't know. But keeping on with the youth situation. So here in Colorado, you guys know my beautiful, beloved state. We actually did an article, I want to say the last podcast, where we talked about the consumption of marijuana was going down amongst the youth in Colorado. And it's like a double-edged sword now. There's now a new report that's kind of coming out that's saying, yes, the way that kids, or the kids smoking and actually, you know, smoking joints or blunts and stuff, that's going down, or even pipes, you know, just like the consumption of like actually combustion and inhaling and stuff, that's going down. But the way kids are consuming are just changing too. So you have an increase of kids who are using edibles and prefer to just use edibles to get high, and you have an increase of kids who are taking the concentrate route and doing the dabs or vaporizing and stuff like that. It's not like super crazy numbers. So like the I think it was like 87% is what it went down. It went down for the smoking aspect of it for kids, but we've increased from 2% to 10% in edible consumption, and went from 4% to 7.5% in, you know, dabbing and stuff like that. So, you know, it's like, again, a double-edged sword, man, and it just kind of really just comes down to knowing what your kids are doing, you know, who they're hanging out with, and doing your best as a parent to kind of like guide them in the right direction, and at a certain point giving them the proper information too. You know, I think parents get a little scared of giving their kids information, and in reality you should at a certain point want to give them as much information as possible so that they can make a very educated decision when they choose to partake in certain activities that kids are going, well, I won't say kids, but, you know, young adults, you know, those teenagers, those unruly teenagers, what they're going to be doing anyway, because, you know, kids are very easily influenced, and, you know, you can only do your best as a parent, man, and you can only give them as much information as you possibly can, so that they make the best educated decisions based off what they know. You know, take that curiosity away. That's the best thing that I can say, man. Take the curiosity away without, you know, putting it in their face. You know, just give them the information so that they understand what it is that they're dealing with. You know, I think that's the best approach to those things. But yeah, moving on, man. Yeah, so we going to Louisiana. We got a nice little update for Louisiana. You guys, we've been talking about for the last couple weeks actually, and about how you guys are getting ready to be one of the first states in the deep south to actually provide medical grade cannabis products. And that's super dope. It's a step in the right direction. It's showing all the other states that are super on edge and super like, I don't know, we want the money, but we don't know. You know, you're showing them that it's okay, you know, and that's super dope. As of now, as of this being live and being recorded, we have there's pharmacies. I want to say it's hold on one second, we got it in here. I forgot. Yeah, actually, it's not in this article. It's in the other article that we put. This is the update article. But basically, I want to say it was like 80 or 90 pharmacists got registered to be able to dispense cannabis products. And there's a bunch of just pharmacists or pharmacies around the Louisiana area that will provide these products. You can't get flour at the pharmacy. You can't go to your pharmacist and be like, hey, can I get me a quarter real quick? Let me get me an ounce. No, you can't do that. But if you are someone who likes or needs tinctures, they're not doing edibles yet, but if you need tinctures, topicals, they're gonna have an inhaler. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do like some sort of pill forms as well. And I'm pretty sure they even talked about suppositories eventually as well. So those are going to be the ways that you'll be able to get your cannabis products from these pharmacies. So yeah, super dope, man. It's a step in the right direction. Like I said, one day they will get to the point where they got flour, and you'll be able to probably go into dispensaries to get that. I think that's kind of what they're leaning towards, is to make the flower aspect of it be only the dispensaries eventually. You never know, because they've talked about legalization, but it's still just kind of talks at this point. But they are on board 100% with the medical side of things. So super dope. Nice little update. Oh, and as far as product pricing, a couple of hints from a few pharmacists have said that their products and their pharmacies will range anywhere from $100 to $200. And to just let you know, your insurance cannot cover any of it. This will be an out-of-pocket expense. So the insurance companies are off the hook. I'm just letting you know beforehand. So if you go in there thinking you can use your insurance to pay for it, it's not going to happen. They're not even going to entertain the idea. They're not. Yeah, it's a done deal. The insurance is not liable for any of these products. It's all an out-of-pocket expense. So there you go. I love you guys, but we're going to keep it pushing. Yeah, the next one. Oh, this is a good one right here. Arizona. We all have a good memory with Arizona. You know, whether it be you sitting in the summer, a hot day by the pool, drinking you a nice watermelon Arizona tea, or juice. Those ones, I was more of a juice one. Or if you had you one of them raspberry teas, or maybe you had you one of the strawberry lemonades. I don't know. Strawberry lemonade was like my favorite one, though. I will have to say that was by far, I think, one of my favorites. But anyways, back to what we're talking about. The brand Arizona Iced Tea is going to be the first major brand to dive into the legal cannabis industry. Basically, they signed with a company that's based actually here in Colorado by the name of Dixie Brands, and they're going to collaborate, man. Arizona's going to bring their powerhouse of a brand to Dixie's powerhouse of a cannabis brand, and they're going to collide in the world of drinks, because that's what Dixie's really known for, is for all their pops and sodas and little teas and stuff. They kind of do like a cannabis infused version of Arizona already, only they don't have the signature Arizona ingredients and flavors and, you know what I'm saying, taste. So it's going to be really dope to be able to see those two kind of collide and collage. And I've actually had some people, when I put this article up, I had a few people hit me up and say they noticed that in their areas, Arizonas were taken off the shelves and pulled out of certain stores. And I mean, this could be the reason for it. It could just be because those brands or stores or those states just don't want to support the idea of it, and they're just kind of preemptively just kind of pulling the brand off the shelf. I don't know. Who knows? That I can't really confirm nor deny that. I don't really know myself, but I do know that there is a really big deal that is on the table, and this is going to be a super awesome situation for both Arizona and Dixie, for them to come together and be able to, you know, make something super dope and make something that was like a beloved household brand that people love to drink to this day, and kind of bring it to life into this like newfound cannabis industry or world, if you will, because legalization is going to happen. It's just a matter of when. You know what I'm saying? That's the real question. When is it going to be completely, fully legalized? That I don't know, but I do know it will happen one day. So just strap in and hold on and wait your turn. That's all I can say about that. But yeah, man, it's going to be super dope. And yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, as far as the fact, other than yeah, yeah. Other than go follow us on all our social medias. I was about to say something else, but that's it. That's our last updated post from here. From CannaPost Daily. Just go check us out on Facebook, on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and just show some love. Share your favorite posts. We try to post 5 days a week, 5 to 6 days a week. We try to post just random updates and new articles and stuff that we, find interesting, that we think you guys would want to know about. And we try to do a podcast, like an actual visual video that we upload on both Facebook and onto YouTube. Once a week. We are trying to figure out a way to maybe up that up a little bit. You never know what could happen. Just stay tuned. You know what I'm saying? But we do try to just stay as active as we possibly can. And yeah, man, I love you guys. Oh, and if you guys are wondering where Z-Boy is, or my man Tanner, the co-host, he's still just having some car problems. And with him being an influencer and having his own brand stuff on his, on his own, and me having my own, sometimes it can tend to be a little bit hard to make things work. And Friday is usually the day we make that happen. But with him being kind of out of a vehicle, his whole life has been kind of in scrambles a little bit as far as just scheduling goes. So, we'll get back onto a regular scheduled programming situation very soon. So I love you guys for rocking with us. Keep rocking with us. Go show some love over here to The Clear. They have Facebook at The Clear Concentrate, The Clear CBD, and they also have Instagram, The Clear Cannabis. It's The Clear Cannabis, The Clear CBD, and they also have a couple other things as well that I'll leave in the links down below, like bonsai cultivation, stuff like that. And the Dope Weed Girls, go check out that. It's a really cool little modeling page that we do, just promoting the brand, you know what I'm saying? So go check them out, show them some love, tell them that My High sent you, you know what I'm saying? Tell them High fan for life, you know what I mean? I love these people over here. They've shown me nothing but love. It's been a good time, and we're gonna continue to grow, you know what I'm saying? So I love you guys. There is no me without you. Tuning out. We'll catch you guys next week.